So this is our interface. This is our platform. And to pick the files, you need to click New Task button right here to pick the file. Okay, so when you have the task, it's gonna appear like this. This is where you can resize the screen so you have more space to work on transcription tasks. And then let it load. On the right hand side here, you can see the available ASR transcribe. Here is the ASR transcribe. So basically, we have already helped you guys on transcribe the audio. Your main jobs for this TR position is gonna be copy paste the transcription and then put it into the segment and listen to the audio to double check whether the transcription is correct or not, or is it following the rules or not. Okay. So now let me show you how to create segments. So to create segments, we will need to click on the labels first. So this thing right here, we call them labels. So for general topic, we will have speaker 1 and speaker 2. But for medical topic, you must choose patient or doctor. This is a really important point. And we also noted in the guideline as well. Here you can see. Patient and doctor label is only used in medical recording only. Okay, so how to create segments. So first of all, I will listen to the audio first. Okay, so while I'm listening to this audio, I also see the available transcript right here, right? So basically, I can just copy this, and then I would choose the appropriate label, which is the doctor, because she said she's the doctor. And then I will click, drag, and hold until it covered the waveform tightly. You see? So if you cannot see it, we can zoom in like this. So it will be bigger. Here we can also zoom in horizontally like this. See? Then paste the version. Now we need to listen again to check if we have created a good segment or not. Okay, so you see this the patient part. So I need to adjust it. So I will drag it over here and then listen again. Okay, so you can see here, let me full screen. Okay, so you can see here my segment. This is what we call a segment. This is one segment. So my segments cover tightly to the waveform. So this is the waveform here, you see? Yeah. And then we also have the rule of maximum 15 seconds per segment. So it means that for the segment that I just created, you can see it's only 7 seconds. So it's appropriate, it's correct. But let's say if you create a segment like this, here you can see this is 16 seconds. So basically this is wrong. We must, a segment can be a maximum of 15 seconds only. So we need to adjust it again. Okay. So basically, because at this part right here, the speaker change. This is the doctor turn, and this is the patient turn. So we need to split the segment and create another segment for the patient. So we'll create it here. Here, a new segment just create, but it's doctor label, not patient. So I need to click the patient, and then let's play the audio again. Okay. It should start from here. Copy the transcribe and paste it here. And listen again. Okay, so there's a full sentence. We're gonna drag it until this point. And you see the total length is 14 seconds, which is under 15. So it's okay to create a segment this much. And then I will copy and paste again. Okay, so that's how you're gonna work on this platform. That's what a segment call. Each of this box called a segment. And the thing on the screen right here, the pink, you see right here called wavelength. So another area here is loop. So loop region here means that the audio will play automatically. The audio will play continuously. It won't stop. So let's say I choose this. You see, because I turn on the loop, so that's why this segment just keep repeating again, and again. And I didn't click play or anything. But if you turn it off, then the audio will just continue to play until the end of the audio. So now I have turned it off, okay? See, it doesn't repeat the old segment anymore. It turns to a new audio part right now. So what about this one? Autoplay select region. So this one means that whenever you click into a segment, it will automatically play that segment for you. So let me click on this one. See, it just automatically play when I click into the segment. So let's say I click into this one. See, I don't need to click the play button anymore. But if I turn it off and I click into this one, nothing play. The audio didn't play at all. Okay. So you guys can feel free to adjust these things based on your own reference. Okay, let me see. So another case here, let's say you have created segment, but it's by mistake. You create this one by mistake and you need to remove it. So we should click into the segment, choose the trash icon, choose this trash icon over here and click delete. Please remember that you must click delete selected region, which is the upper one right here, not this one. This one will delete all segments and you guys will lose all of your work. So if you want to delete this segment only, then we click on this thing. See, it just delete. I need to create again. So to create again, we click on label, click hold and drag, and then pass. You must listen to the audio again, of course. Okay. So you repeat this action until the end of the audio, and you're basically done. When you finish with your audio, you should click save and then send to QA. Because if you don't click save, your progress gonna lose. Please remember that you're gonna lose all of your work if you don't click save. And after the save, you must click send to QA, because if you don't send, then we cannot find the file that you have finished to check on it. So yeah, please remember these two buttons. So basically, my tips here is that our platform sometimes really lag. So my tips here is that you guys should click save frequently. So let's say I have not finished my audio at all, right? But I have finished two, and I just afraid that it might disappear later on. So I click save just to be sure. And then I can continue to work on it. And then continue. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Just
think
click
like
save frequently.
yeah, just click save time to time. So it will be safe.
Yeah. Because like let me say you guys have like a really bad internet connection, right? So you guys have finished 80% of the audio, and then you lost your connection. So that means you lost all of your work because you didn't click save. So just remember to click save frequently, yeah, while you're working on the audio. Okay, let's see. We need to cover. Oh, and then another tips here is that you can see this sentence right here, right? Show all transcription, display, etc. So this one here means that you should choose, my tips is that you should choose 100 transcription per page. Because if you create many segments, it will require you to switch pages, and it will take a lot of time to change the pages. Let me take an example. I will create 10 more segments so you guys can see what I meant. Now, you see, when I create 11 segments, you see, 11 segments, it show page 1 and page 2. So I have to switch to a new page, right? And it will take a lot of time. So my advice is to click 100 transcription per page so that you don't need to change the pages too many times. You can just continue on your segments here. Okay,
I
so
think
those are
about
just
I think it not takes it doesn't take a lot of time. It's how they prefer. Like they can prefer a display 10, 25, 50, or 100. It depends. I think just one click to the next page to check it also. It's how you like to or to have your display on the screen, right? Just 10 or 100. It doesn't matter. I think so, but
yeah,
there are options for you to choose.
yeah. Those are just our tips so you can like do the work faster. But of course, if you prefer 10, then it's totally fine. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so we are done with the platform, and I will switch to the training. Before I switch, do you guys have any concerns about this platform that you guys want to ask? Any unclear points about this platform?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Okay, I think it's good. So let's switch to the transcription. So speaker labeling. So I have told you guys before, for medical, we must use doctor and patient, right? And for general topic, we will use speaker 1 and speaker 2. Okay. So this one. Some segments you guys that only contain vocalics. So let's see, you hear laughing or you hear cough. You cannot identify who is laughing, right? So we don't need any labels right there because we cannot identify who is laughing, obviously. And then for crosstalk, crosstalk occurs when two speakers speak at the same time. Here, we have tried it right here. So it should only be used when both of them are intelligible. So what we're gonna do is we will create a separate segment and then that contain both speaker label. So let's do an example. So this one is unintelligible, right? Which is two people talking. So we will have okay, I think something is wrong, but basically you guys can choose two labels for the crosstalk segment. Let me just skip this part and then ask the tech team again why I cannot choose two labels at the same time and get back to you guys later on. Okay. You do not consider filler words or labs or anything as crosstalk. We have to transcribe, obviously. Filler words, we have to transcribe them. Yeah. Words like this, yeah, okay, all right, are crosstalk only if the ASR transcribe. So what does it mean when ASR transcribe? ASR is this one here. This is called an ASR. So let's say if you guys see on the script on the ASR right here, we have these words here, these three words. Then we can use the crosstalk to transcribe these. Okay. Do not assign vocalics to speaker in crosstalk. So basically in the crosstalk segment, we shouldn't use these vocalics like laugh or cough or etc. We will have a list so you guys know what to use and what not to use later on. Okay, so the ultimate most important and most basic rule for transcription is that it should match with the audio. So basically, we help you guys by running an ASR script on the right side here, right? But your job is to listen to the audio and check if it follow the rules or not. So let's say in this segment, you guys copy the sentence and then paste it into the segment, right? But then the speaker didn't say this word, or the speaker says something else, like it should be the word okay, or it should be another word. It's not either. So you guys should fix accordingly. This is really important because this should be a tool. This should be a tool to help you guys fasten the transcription word only. You guys must listen to the audio again and then check if it transcribed right, if it's transcribed correctly. And then secondly, check if that segment follow the rules or not. Yeah, so basically that's the basic requirement for this position. So you see, there's an example right here. So let's say our ASR transcript writes, "Hi, how are you today?" But in the audio, we have the word Jake. So obviously the word Jake is missing. It's missing from the ASR transcribe on the platform. So you guys have to transcribe the missing word, which is the word Jake right here. Okay. You see? And then secondly, as I mentioned, apply transcription rules. Check the grammar, the punctuation, terminologies, and everything. The rules are below. We will go through that later. Here, avoid mixing the digits in the words. See, it should be either digits or it should be either words only. So this one, it should be 1972 or okay. Do not write it like this. This is incorrect. Okay, if a word or a phrase is unclear or unintelligible, if it's not audible for you, you guys can use the speech tag. Okay. So I will show you guys on how to open the tag list. So you should click Shift 2. So when you click Shift 2, you see it will display the filler words. These are called filler words. And the tags that we can use, like crying, screaming, laughing, speech, remote, sneezing. Yeah. Here. Shift 2. Okay. So now, let me go through this one again in case you guys made it. So basically, please remember, we have two ultimate jobs as a transcriber. Firstly, you guys must transcribe what the audio is talking. Secondly, after transcribing, you guys must check the grammar, the rules, the punctuation, and everything, if it's correct. Yeah, so that's basically the two main requirements for this position. Okay, Now we'll come to some rules right here. We have added a small note right here in case you guys forget how to create segments. So here it's the place right here. Choose label, click into the waveform, hold and drag until it covers full speech. Okay. Now, segment splitting. 15 seconds per segment. This is the maximum second. Please remember this. 15 seconds. For the split, so in case the speaker change, you guys must create a new segment. So basically what we have right here is that one segment is maximum 15 seconds only, right? And one segment can only contain one speaker. If two speaker is talking at the same time, then it should be crosstalk. Let me write it again in case you guys forget it. One segment max 15 seconds and one segment, one speaker. Label only. Okay, do not forget this. Okay. And then we also have another rules is that the given speaker switching to another language. So let's say the doctor is using English and then he changed to Spanish, for example. Then we need to create a new segment. Okay. Okay, so we have go through the speaker labels, as I mentioned. Medical should be doctor and patient. And then for general, should be speaker 1 and 2. Okay. So we have a fixed rule right here for general domain. Whoever start the conversation, it will be speaker 1. That's a fixed rule. Okay. So now crosstalk. So as I mentioned, when two speakers speaking at the same time, we will use crosstalk. We create a separate segment for the crosstalk and add the speaker label. So let's say the doctor, let me change another. Okay. Oh no. Doctor and patient same time, so it should be crosstalk. Okay, it's really simple. Just this. We must avoid truncating words at the segment boundaries. Okay, so what does this mean? It means that you have to create the segment large enough to cover the full speech. So you see here, my segment, it covers tightly to the voices, to the waveform, right? You see here, you guys shouldn't create it like this. Here, we don't need this blank space at all. So you guys shouldn't create this segment like this. And then let's say you guys create it like this. Why? We should cover the last part too. So you guys mustn't create the segment like this. They should cover tightly to the waveform. Like this. Okay. when both speakers are intelligible, consider this audio portion as crosstalk. It's just a rule here. Okay. When the second speaker, the one who's uttering but not transcribed, do not consider this as crosstalk. You can check on the speech tag for this case. So it's just an example. So let's say a specific speaker is laughing, or he's uttering a filler word. Filler words are something like these are called filler words. So let's say that speaker is laughing, is coughing, is sneezing, is not speaking but uttering the filler words. Then we just create a segment for that person. Of course, we have to choose the appropriate label, and then shift to, and you will see the list of filler words right here. See? A list of filler words and tags for you to choose. Do not consider this one as crosstalk. Okay. Okay, so if the ASR output, as I mentioned, is the script on this right screen right here. This is called ASR. Yeah. So the ASR transcribe laughing or transcribe the filler, but the other speaker is uttering something that is audible. Intelligible means that audible, in case you guys understand. So we should consider this segment as crosstalk. Okay, so let's say in the ASR, which is this one right here, when you listen to the audio, you hear some confirmation words like here. Confirmation word like yes, okay, perfect, sure, etc. If you hear those, but you didn't see them on the ASR right here, so we can just ignore. We don't need to create a crosstalk segment for that, for those confirmation words. Okay, so this one is rather important here because the confirmation words here is based on different cases. So for example, if I am asking you and you are giving a confirmation, then you have to create a segment for me. You have to create a segment and transcribe that confirmation word. But if you are not answering my question, if it's just a normal confirmation words in a random speech, then we can ignore. We don't need to transcribe though. Okay, so it basically based on the scenarios. Vocalics are not considered as crosstalk. Do you understand this part? So vocalics, what we mean in the sentence is that when you hear something like laughing, coughing, sneezing, you should click Shift A and Shift 2, and then you will see the whole list of vocalics, and you guys can choose the appropriate vocalics. We don't need to use crosstalk. Okay. So here are some examples for easier looking. For example, as I mentioned before, it should be either all digits or it should be either written form. But of course, written form or over spoken form. So we have the case right here. And then some more cases that you guys can check. Here. Okay. Now we have some more rules about capital. Pronouns I should be uppercase. That is so easy. Here you can see the example here. And then uppercase for spelling and initialism, like CPU, is incorrect. It should be uppercase like this, or it should be uppercase with a dot in between. Any option is okay. And then uppercase first letter for names here, it is incorrect. It should be this. Okay. So in case of medical entities, uppercase for brand names or medicines. So for example, here, there's a brand name, so we need to uppercase. Medicine name, generic. Medicine names, proper nouns of medicine. Here, another brand name. With generic medical name, we can just write it as usual. We don't need to uppercase them. It's like when you mention some big brands like Nike or Puma or something like that, you should uppercase the big brand name, right? But in normal medical terminology, we can just write it as a general medical name, so it shouldn't be uppercase. Okay, first letter of each sentence must be in uppercase. So you see the example right here. That is really, really easy, to be honest. It's just the matter of carefulness. Okay. Punctuation symbols is really important because you see the ASR on the platform. The ASR on the platform, let me show you. Okay, so this is ASR, right? So the ASR on the platform it's generate from AI. So of course, there will be some cases where it transcribed incorrect. Let's say it should be, let me just write it right here. So let's say it should be a dot right here, right? But the ASR write it like this, so it's incorrect. So obviously it's punctuation problems and we have to fix it. Same for this one. Yeah, as I mentioned, these are really basic. These are just a matter of carefulness. So if you guys pay attention to your work, then you guys won't encounter this problem at all. You see, we also put the example right here for you. Okay. There's also a case of punctuation. Hyphens, yeah. So we don't need to fix hyphens. If you guys copy the ASR and paste it here, and you guys see hyphen cases, we can leave it as it is. But if it's misinterpretation or is the usage is inconsistent, then we should fix. So let me give you an example. So let me use this one. So at the beginning of the audios, you guys use this word, right? Over the counter with hyphens. But at the end, you guys also use this, but without the hyphen. Then it should be incorrect. You guys should like be consistent with the form that you have choose. If you have choose over the counter with hyphen, then at the end it should be the same. It should be over the counter with hyphen also. Okay. Okay. So there will be some cases where the speaker just exaggerating or they want to express their feeling and they said period or comma or colon. Then we have to transcribe those as well. So for example, the ASR only write she tolerate this well, and the ASR lack this word. So if you guys hear that word in the audio, then we must transcribe it. Okay. So another note, if the punctuation does not exist in the transcript, then we should add them. So basically it's just the problem of carefulness. I have to repeat it again. These are just like really, really basic requirements from us, like capital for names, capital for brand names, capital at first letter of sentence, or use logical punctuation. Those are really, really basic. So you guys shouldn't have errors. Okay. Now, you guys still with me? Do you guys have any problems or any questions? Okay, I think I should continue if no problems. Okay, so for digits and number, digits are usually used to write number, but words are also accepted. So this is an incorrect form. So you see 1972. So as I mentioned before, you guys should choose either spoken form or written form. Of course, written form is prioritized. You guys shouldn't. The problems of this one is that it has a little space in between. You see, we can remove this. Or it has a dot right here. This is also incorrect. Okay, so this is the correct form. Digits or written form fully. I write this or write this. Okay. You see, we cannot mix digits and words. So my advice, if you follow with the digits, follow it with every files. If you follow with the written form, then use it in every file too. We should be in consistent. It will be easier for work. Okay. Here are some more examples so you guys understand more about the digits and the written form thing. Okay. Date and time. So the date and time is just like really based on like logical that you guys usually understand. So let's see. It's better to look at the example than reading this thing, of course. Feb 5 February 2023. You see, it's really illogic when we have digits as 20 right here, but then 23 in written form. It should be like this. The 5th February 2023, all in digits. Okay, another example.
Hi, Barry. If you have a questions, feel free to raise the voice.
Yes, I have a query. So let's suppose in the audio, okay, if the doctor says the date is 5 February 2023, then in this scenario, are we going to write TH or is it's just the numeric? Am I audible, Ji?
Yes, can you repeat again?
Yes, my question is,
Uh-huh.
if in the audio, the doctor says, let's say while giving out or while recording, they just mention the date. So day is Wednesday and the date 5 February 2023. So in this scenario, are we going to use TH?
Mm, yeah, you can. If the doctor say fifth, right? The
No, no,
date.
if the doctor says 5 February 2023. So in this scenario, like 20 February 2023, they don't pronounce TH 16th, 20th. If they don't do such, they say just 20 February 2023, 5 February 2023.
5 February. So I think we can stay. We can add th for the date in this
All right.
scenario.
Okay. Thank you.
It is the first example in the guideline here. Fifth. Uh, even the doctor say five, so I think we can use this format like
The
the
format
example.
is okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, I will continue. Spellings, initialism, they're kind of similar. They should be in capital, of course. For spelling, they should have a space in between. And for initialism, they shouldn't have a space in between. Yeah. Some acronyms, rules, uh, uppercase term, but with hyphen, then we can remove the hyphen if it's not used like a common words. Or CQ or TVC is just a logical understanding of specific words. Okay, same for this case. Okay, in short term or in full term like this, about accepted, of course. So you can choose whatever you want. Abbreviation, we have some rules right here. These things you guys must remember first. So there's just no example for these cases. Same for brand names. I mentioned before, right? Capital. Proper names also with capital. Okay. Hesitation and filler words. So as I guide you on the platform before, you must click the add button to see the filler word list, which is shift 2. You don't need to type it. We have add these on the platform already. You just need to click shift 2. Okay.
And one more thing, for the filler words, we have the list of filler words for other languages on the platform. So this is the filler words for English. We attack in the guideline the English filler words, but in the specific project, we will add the filler words of the specific language. So you can see the filler word in the language, not this list on the platform. I mean, this is filler words for the English language.
You see, when I type in this symbol, it will show me a list here that you can choose.
When you press the add icon, so you can see the list of filler word and the list of the tag as well. And you see this is project for the medical UK English. So the list of the filler words is in English, but you work on Arabic or Swedish or Portuguese, so you will see the filler words of your language in the language.
Okay. Okay, let's continue. Speech tag should be used for unintelligible case. If the pronunciation is wrong, then we can use the speech tag right here. You shouldn't try to listen to the word and then create a new word into our segment. Instead, please use this tag. Okay. Simple. I will just go through this thing because it's really basic. I believe that you guys have read the guidelines already. You guys have passed the test already. So obviously you guys have mastered this thing in mind. So I will just go through important notes. Okay. I have gone through the crosstalk already, so we can skip this.
We can try it again on platform to show them how to add to speaker label for the crosstalk, because the tech guy just confirmed that now we can choose more than one label speaker for one segment. So you can try it again.
Okay. You guys see, because when I reload the page, I didn't click save, so all of my segments disappear. So it's really important to click save. Okay, so now we choose the label, click, drag it, click, hold and drag, create segment, copy, paste. Of course, you guys have to listen to the audio. And for crosstalk, we will need to choose two labels. Okay, you see two labels in same segment now. So please only use it when two speakers are speaking at the same time. If not, then we can just use one label only. If that is.
And for the crosstalk segment, the transcript you don't need to edit or rewrite because this segment contains two speaker voice. So you just need to copy the ASR script and paste to the segment, and no need to edit. No need to transcribe both script the script of both speaker, because it no need for the crosstalk is mentioned in the guideline. So just copy a text in the ASR and don't need to edit.
Here, this what we need. Okay. Repetition should not be transcribed. This is a really clear example. Okay, foreign language. So when the audio is in, let's say my audio is in English, right? But at certain point, the speakers start to use another language, for example, Spanish or French. So I have to add a tag, of course, which is language tag. So let's say in this segment, the doctor suddenly use French. So first, I will need to choose the tag. See, at the beginning, and then replace the part here with the language that they are talking. So as I mentioned, the doctor used French, right? So I will write French here. Okay.
Okay, one more thing for the language talk. The client confirmed that if you know that there are some common English words will be used or will be used daily in your conversation. So, for example, like Wi-Fi or internet, some common English word. So we can use we can transcribe it in English, because if it is spoken in English and it is mainly used when the sentence or the long expression is you, so you will add the tag of language tag. But for common English word like such as Wi-Fi or internet in the target language, so don't need to use the language tag, just transcribe the English word.
Vocalics, I have mentioned this before. You guys can like read it again in the guideline later on. So here are some description for some tags. Okay, so you see a really big red note here is that you cannot create any tags. You can just use the tags that we have created on the platform only by click Shift 2 to access the list. Okay, so the speech tag is for audio segment that contains speech or word that we cannot transcribe because it's not audible, like you cannot hear it clearly. So we will use this speech tag. Okay, So another case that we're gonna use it is for whisper case, like yeah, for whispers case. Okay, a really important note is that for background speech, so for example, both of us is talking right now, right? And then in my background or in your background, we can hear some voices. So we don't need to add the speech tag for those noise. We can just ignore it. Okay. And then language tasks, as I mentioned before, I'm working on the UK medical project, UK language, English, right? And then suddenly one of the speaker changed into another language, let's say French or Spanish or German. Then we have to use this tag at the beginning of the segment, replace the X with the corresponding language, and then that's all. Okay, these tags are for vocalics only. So obviously when you hear vocalics, you add in this tag. We have like some rules, some more details about the rules here that you guys can read again later on after this call, after this training meeting. Okay. Okay, some common mistake to avoid. First of all, skipping word. So skipping words here means that you are not transcribe what you hear in the audio. This is what that I have mentioned before at the beginning of this training call. It's really important. Transcribe what you hear. Okay. Incorrect speaker label. So let's say the one who is talking is the doctor, right? But then you use the patient label, then it's incorrect. So you don't make that mistake. We only have 2 labels. If you guys made it wrong, then how can you do anything right? So don't mislabeling the speaker. Okay. Missing or wrong text tags. So obviously for different tags, we have different description for them, right? So my advice here is that when you work on the platform, when you work on your transcription, you can open the guideline next to each other, like what I'm doing right now. So you can review the guideline and then you can work on the transcription and then check the rules if you guys miss anything and then fix it accordingly here. Cost. Wrong case usage. It's just initialism names in lowercase, etc. You guys can repeat it again. Hyphen numbers. We shouldn't mix the digits and words together, or having wrong number formatting, like 5-6 instead of 5-6 here. Okay, it's better to read it again, the whole guideline after this training meeting. Okay, and we do not transcribe repetition, is what I have mentioned before. Filler words should be used logically. So let's say there will be some cases when the ASR is the script. There will be some cases when the ASR didn't transcribe the filler word or transcribe a wrong filler words. So basically we need to fix that. Yeah. incorrect punctuation, poor segment structuring. So poor segment structuring means that you didn't follow the 15-second rules. Remember that. Firstly, 15-segment rule. Secondly, one speaker in one segment only, if it's not crosstalk. Okay.
The poor segment structuring means you can see not maintain clear sentence. It means that you split the segment between the sentence. You should create a segment that cover the whole sentence. You need to avoid splitting the sentence in the middle. So it's just a half sentence, so it's not meaningful. So we need to avoid this.
Yeah. And then another thing about structuring is that I'll just explain in more details what Miss Sue just mentioned, is that you guys cover the speech halfly, right? This one. You see, we still have some some audio here. So you guys have to listen it again, whether it's from the same person or if a different person is talking. So we should adjust the segments more. Okay, see, basically there's the patient turn, and then there's the doctor turn, right? You guys cannot create a segment like this. We cannot have two voices in the same segment. It should be only one. And then, for example, you guys shouldn't create a segment like this one also. Here. You only write let's see. Okay, so when you create a segment like this, it will lack the happening word. And when you read this sentence, it's just really illogic, to be honest. It should be a full sentence like this one. Yeah, so this is a case that called bad structuring. So,
yeah, or you will create another segment for the happening word only. So it's really bad case.
yeah, yeah. Let me show it to them so that they understand.
So one segment should cover the whole sentence. Do not split the segment into 2 or 3 parts.
Okay, you see, so this is from the patient turn. Okay, so these 3 segments are all from the patient. So why should we split them like this, right? When you read it, it's really illogic. It should be in the same segment only because it's still under 15 seconds. So need to remove this.
And working on this way is also waste your time. So just need to create only one segment to cover the whole sentence. Actually, we can split the segment according to the speaker turns. For example, if the doctor turns is less than 15 seconds, so we can create only one segment to cover the whole speaker turns of the doctor. Even maybe in that turn, the doctor can speak around 2 or 3 sentences. But if the segment is not longer than 15 seconds, so we can create only one segment to cover 2 or 3 sentences of the doctor.
Okay. Okay, so that's all from my end, to be honest. You guys can read it again after this call. And if you guys have any questions.
So now we can start the Q&A part.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions after this meeting? So you can raise your voice.
Okay, please feel free to unmute and then ask the question and we will help you.
Hello, ma'am. I have a small query. When you said we have, after saving, we have to send it to QA. So do we click on that after completing the whole transcription?
Yeah, sure. You should click say after X segment to or after you leave your desk. You got my point. If you are busy and you need to leave, so you click save, and then you will come back to continue your work. So you need to click save to save all the work done.
Okay.
But to send to QA, you just click send to QA when you finish all the segment. You finish transcribing the whole audio. Don't send to QA if you have not finished the audio.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah, so to sum up, you just send to QA when you finish the whole audio. And if the file has not been finished, so do not send it to QA because it's not a completed task. So your task will be rejected.
Okay.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, regarding the crosstalk, you say that we are not supposed to change anything in the segments that was written, by the artificial, the ASR. But my concern is, I read in the guideline that the speaker rule, we have to write doctor plus patient, 2 punct, and then write down the transcription. Should we choose this as the rule of the person who's talking, or we just choose from above? In the guideline, it say we had to write doctor plus patient and then 2 points, and then write the transcription. Is it correct?
Doctor plus pension, that is the speaker label,
Yeah,
Miss
we write
B-
it down. We write it down in the segment, or it's there to be chosen.
No, you need to choose the speaker label on platform, and Miss V just show you how to choose the speaker label.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you will choose two speaker, both
Yeah.
doctor and pension, because in the text we
Okay.
can show you we can show you how to choose. That's why we write the answer that is doctor plus pension. But
Okay.
on the platform, you need to choose the 6 speaker label. Don't
Okay.
write doctor plus pension in the transcription. It's incorrect.
Yeah, now it's clear. The other thing is the stuttering. Like in English example, repeated words, you said I want to go to the school. They are supposed to be written like one I instead. But for example, if I said the description, it's stuttering. We ignore the stuttering, right?
Stuttering.
Yeah, it's stuttering. Like when you say the description, should stuttering.
Yeah,
ignore.
we will ignore the stuttering, both stuttering and the repetition, because in the guideline, yeah, I want. So we just transcribe only one I. And
Yeah,
for the
because I is a
satellite,
complete word. I usually is a
yeah,
complete word. But I wanted to
the
ask about the bit of a word. Thank you.
incomplete word. You mean the incomplete word line? That's description, right? So we just transcribe description.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, so how about the others? Do you guys have any questions?
No, Miss Tu. I hope everyone is clear.
Hello?
Yeah, I hope I'm audible. Everything is clear
Yeah.
from our end.
Thank you.
And thank you.
So I think if we don't have any questions, so we can just end the meeting here. And if you guys have any questions, you feel free to text us on the Telegram group.
After these questions, no, sorry, after this meeting, we will check the attendance and we will send you an email, an onboarding email to show you how to get started to work on the project. And you will have an account to log in to our platform. So play around before working and ask for help if you start anywhere. Because this is the first stage of the project, so we don't have many files for all users. Maybe it depends on each language. So the project is still work on first come first serve basis. So the file is available on platform. When you click or when you claim a task to work, so please arrange the time to finish as soon as possible. We will have a deadline to complete a file. So we will inform you specifically how long you should finish one task. But if other users is working are waiting for the task to work, but you claim the file and don't finish the task, so we may unassign the task to assign to the others. So play around the platform to make sure that you will practice all the functions on the platform correctly and smoothly. And if you have any questions or need support, you can contact us by email or support group. Okay, so I see Newman have questions, right? Turn on
Yes,
Dom.
I understand everything. Is it a long-term project or only for a limited time?
Yeah, it's a seasonal project. We aim to finish this project at the end of November.
Okay.
Actually, almost this end of November or beginning of December.
Okay, I understand. Thank you very much.
But actually, this is really big client on the top in this AI field on the world, not only in Asia market or Europe but this is really big company, and this is just a very first small project from them we win. And if we we can deliver this project with very high quality, the potential projects in the future from them, we show that we can get from them.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so it is really a big change, not only for our company, but also for many other users and for all of you guys as well. Because you know that the AI field is not only for now, but it is the next future for not 5 years, but also 20 years. So yeah, this is a really big change for all of us, you know.
Okay, and we will get more information about the project per email right now. Yes.
Yeah, after the meeting, we will share with you the recording also, and we will also share the guideline how to process. And because this is at the first stage of the project only, and there are a few files, few audios only for some languages. So there are maybe just a few audios for some languages for you to work on the transcription. But in general, we need around 120 hours for each topic and language. So when there are more files on the platform, we will inform you on Telegram. So we will keep everything on Telegram, because you know sometimes if we send an email, you can see around 100 users. Sometimes it goes to the spam inbox, which we don't want it, but it happens sometimes. So the better channel we keep in touch is on Telegram, and we also use the email, and we email to users. So we check your spam inbox time to time as well.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Anyone have questions? Okay, if no question, I think that we can end the meeting for now. It's already an hour and a half, and thank you very much for your time. Yeah, and we count on you for not only for the company future, but also for the future of all of us. It is really a big change for all of us, because we are working as a team, and the quality and the results and everything is count as a team, not only an individual users or only us or only you. It's a big team to work together.
All right, Miss Kathy. Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Okay, so thank you very much, and please keep in touch on Telegram. We will chat with you there.
All right.
So,
Thank you, guys.
so thank
Thanks,
you,
Miss
everyone.
Tom and Cassie.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time. Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Those who are from Bari Wasim, you guys can leave the meet.